Canada is facing an unprecedented challenge, not from military force, but from the words of its closest ally. The United States, under President Trump, has repeatedly questioned Canada's sovereignty, even suggesting it should become the 51st state. The tension reached new heights when Trump linked Canada's access to a proposed U.S. missile defense system to this controversial idea. But in a dramatic response, King Charles III delivered a historic speech to Canada's parliament, pushing back with a powerful message. Canada is, and will remain, a free and independent nation. This isn't just a political disagreement. It's a battle for national identity, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Since early 2025, President Trump has ramped up pressure on Canada, framing his demands as an offer rather than a threat. His proposal? Canada could either join the U.S. as the 51st state, eliminating tariffs and gaining free access to America's missile defense system, or remain independent and pay a staggering $61 billion for the same protection. Trump's so-called Golden Dome initiative, a space-based missile shield, has been central to his argument. However, defense analysts remain skeptical, calling the technology unproven and the costs wildly underestimated. Meanwhile, Trump's aggressive rhetoric has sparked outrage in Canada, where leaders and citizens alike see it as an attack on their sovereignty. In a rare and symbolic move, King Charles III took center stage in Canada's parliament to deliver the throne speech, a role traditionally reserved for the Governor-General. His message was unmistakable. Canada will not be bullied. Quoting the national anthem, he declared, "The true North is indeed strong and free," a direct rebuttal to Trump's annexation remarks. The king emphasized Canada's commitment to democracy, self-determination, and international alliances, particularly with Europe. Behind the scenes, Prime Minister Mark Carney has been working to solidify Canada's defense ties with the EU, signaling a strategic shift away from reliance on the U.S. Unfazed by the king's speech, Trump doubled down on social media, insisting Canada was considering his offer. But the reality tells a different story. Canada is already moving forward with plans to join Europe's massive defense initiative, Rearm Europe, a $1.25 trillion effort to strengthen military independence. Carney has made it clear, Canada will no longer funnel 75% of its defense spending into U.S. arms. Instead, it's turning to European partners like Germany's Rheinmetall and Britain's BAE Systems. The message: Canada won't be held hostage by Trump's demands. The conflict is far from over. At next month's G7 summit in Alberta, Canada plans to rally like-minded nations against what it sees as economic coercion. Polls show nearly 90% of Canadians reject the idea of becoming part of the U.S., but Trump's tariffs are already straining the economy. The question now is whether his pressure tactics will backfire, pushing Canada further into Europe's orbit, or force concessions. One thing is certain: the world's longest undefended border is now a geopolitical battleground, and the outcome could redefine North America's future. As tensions escalate, Canada finds itself at a crossroads. Will it stand firm as an independent nation, even at an economic cost? Or will Trump's relentless pressure eventually take its toll? The coming months will be decisive, and the world is watching. For now, Canada's message is clear. It won't surrender its sovereignty without a fight.